Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty Pie. Today's video is on dry skin friendly products. I know a lot of YouTubers for the most part have oily or normal oily combo skin. There's a few bigger ones that do have dry skin, but there's not as many, so I wanted to give you some of my recommendations as someone who does have dry skin on what products I think work well for dry skin. It's not everything, of course, not going to include blushes and contours and eyeshadows and things like that. This is more face products. So I will get started with my number one dry skin tool, and that is the Beauty Blender. Of course, mine is absolutely filthy right now. I just used it, but Beauty Blender is perfect for dry skin. It doesn't disturb any of the dry skin and cause flakes or anything, so this is highly recommended. The next thing I want to go over are, I have 4 foundations here. There's 3 that are high-end and 1 that is drugstore. So I'm going to start with the high-end, and that is the Too Faced Born This Way. It is formulated with coconut water, which is great for dry skin. I have been absolutely loving this stuff. I have not had any issues with it. I am wearing it right now. The next foundation is the Makeup Forever HD. Now this is the original formula. I think I got this probably 2 weeks before the Ultra HD came out, but I like this one just fine. I haven't tried the Ultra, but this is perfect for dry skin girls too. Another one is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. Now this is not their newer one, that's the All Day Luminous. That one is absolutely terrible for dry skin. That is the worst foundation you could possibly get for dry skin. But their original Sheer Glow is really good for dry skin, so I definitely recommend this. This was my favorite foundation until I got the Too Faced Born This Way. And my drugstore pick is the L'Oreal True Match. This is a really great foundation. It doesn't cling to dry patches. It lasts all day. So this is a really great drugstore foundation for dry skin. I have tried the Revlon for dry skin and I like it okay, but I just prefer the L'Oreal. Next, I will go over primers. I have so many primers. I'll probably do a separate video on primers. But I will point out 2 that I like a lot for dry skin. The first one is the Hourglass Primer, and it's the one that has the clear liquid, not the white. And this is just very hydrating. It Cosmetics makes one that's pretty similar, if not identical to this. I have that one too, and it works exactly the same in my opinion as the Hourglass one does. The other one that I love for dry skin is the Makeup Forever Step 1. And this is the smoothing primer. I like this one because I did a video a while back and I was comparing this one to the Smashbox primer. I'll show you. It's the purple one, the pore minimizing one. This is really good for oily skin, but for dry skin it doesn't work quite as well, and I mentioned that in a video that I did. But the Makeup Forever is perfect for dry skin because I still deal with large pores, and this works well for me without it flaking off or causing any issues that a lot of primers can for dry skin girls. So again, I would definitely recommend this one if you have dry skin and you have pores that you want to fill in. I have a ton of concealers, but I'm only going to mention this one for dry skin because I just like this one the best. I mentioned in my favorites video though, where is it? The Naked Skin, and I do love this one. It is more hydrating than the NARS Creamy Radiance Concealer. So I do like this one. I use it pretty often, but I always use this right here, which is the Maybelline Age Rewind. I don't know what else it's called. Eraser Dark Circles. Okay. And this one is in the shade Neutralizer, which is more of a yellow tone, and I use that under my eyes because the formula is so thin and just, it's high coverage and yet still so lightweight, so it doesn't cause any creasing for me. So I would recommend this one because it is drugstore and it's a lot cheaper and it's high coverage, so I would definitely recommend the Maybelline Age Rewind. And the last two things I want to talk about, well, there's three. There's a bonus one, but the next two are powders. For dry skin, it's hard to use powder because it can be very cakey, but I still like to use powder to set my foundation, especially if I'm going to be out all day and I want it to last. And the drugstore option I love the most is the Rimmel Stay Matte. This is just, I don't know how it does it because it says Stay Matte, but it just sets my makeup in place, and it doesn't ever have, I don't have any issues with cakiness. So I really love the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. Another favorite of mine is the Makeup Forever HD powder. Any of the finely milled transparent or translucent powders like this I really like. It's great for under the eyes. It's very thin, it's not colored, and it just kind of sets everything in place. So I do use this one on my under eye area, and I use the Rimmel usually to set everywhere else. So I highly recommend those powders if you have dry skin. I also want to mention a lip balm. And this is kind of an expensive one, but it is so moisturizing, just so hydrating. I just love the way it's like silk on your lips, and it's the Fresh Sugar lip balm. I have several of these. I have this one in the color Honey, and I have, looks like that, and I have it in Rosé, and I have the basic clear one, and I just really love these. Very hydrating. But I do want to mention this right here. I mentioned in my favorites video, but it's the Smashbox Primer Water. This is really good just for any skin type, but for dry skin it is helpful because after you've powdered everything, I like to prime with this, but I'll sometimes set my makeup with it as well. Or I like to use the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix because this one is specifically hydrating. It says long lasting and moisturizing. So I do like to set my makeup with this as well. Sometimes I'll just switch between the two. But those are some of the things that I love for dry skin. So if you have any products that you love for dry skin, please leave those in the comment section below. And thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.